Hey guys, so I'm not going to be streaming tonight because my eyes kind of hurt a little bit, so I figured I'd make a video about me making this frozen pizza. So what do we have here? Well, we have this Home Run Inn pizza. Never seen it before. I figured, I'd give it a shot. Let's try it out. So what is it? What is this pizza? Well, it's all natural, no preservatives. That's nice. And then Chicago is #1 selling frozen pizza brand. That's pretty cool, I guess. But what I don't know is what this means. Is uncured pepperoni pizza? I've never had uncured meat, I don't think. So we're gonna try this out. My roommate said this pizza was really bad when he had it, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So that's the front. Let's look at the back now. Honestly, this is too many words for a pizza box. I'm just trying to figure out, like the instructions over here. I don't really care too much about the history. I could go online and figure out something. And we'll look at, the health facts for a second. 20 grams of fat. I feel like that's a lot, but it's a frozen pizza, so you're gonna have to work with that. Yeah, so that's the box. Now let's look in it. So here's the pizza. Not so many pepperonis, right? But that's a doable amount. You look at the crust here. Nothing too skinny, nothing too thick. That's nice, actually. But the problem that I see here is, you see how you can see all of the cheese, right? The thing that normally happens with frozen pizzas is there's no sauce, and that's a problem. When I eat pizzas, I like to have sauce on my pizzas. And I can already tell because there's no cracks. Usually the cheese is peppered on, haha, pepperoni, but usually it's peppered on, and you can see gaps where there's a ton of sauce. But I'm not seeing it here, so I don't know how high my hopes are going to get. The back of it, it's nice yellowish color, nothing too bad. So what do we have to do here? Put this in the oven for 450 for about 15 to 20 minutes. I feel like that's going to be a little bit too low. But that's what it says, so I'll figure it out and then I'll see, what happens after. So we're going to put this bad boy in the oven. Probably should have preheated it. I'll start that up right now, I guess. It's never too late. And then you always want to get some scissors on you, because of course this is going to be in wrapping, so let's see if I can find some scissors. We got these little kid scissors here. That's pretty nice, right? I'll just cut this guy open. There we go. Yeah, nothing too hard here. Pretty easy to open up frozen pizzas with. Looking at it now, though, a little bit interesting. The crust is looking a little bit gray. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it's not one solid color. It looks kind of dull around where the cheese is coming in. Maybe it'll turn out normal, but it looks kind of weird to me right now. So we're going to take this guy here and we're just going to throw him in the oven. And I should be using a glove, but I'm not because, the oven's not too hot or anything right now. And I'll get back to you when it's finished. So I don't know if you guys can see this, but half the pizza's yellow and half of it is white. That's not a touch. I'm gonna make sure to turn the oven off this time, even though it was the grill before. So yeah, here we go. I'm gonna take this book off. Very interesting design on the pizza with the half white, half cheesy sides, and it's sizzling. One thing to note about the pizza itself is that when it was done cooking, there was a bunch of air bubbles in it, and that's why I assume you got the color distortion. Also, something to note is that the pepperonis are super greasy, so I'm going to take a napkin right now. I'm just going to rub off a little bit of the grease, because you don't need it all. Just gently dab on a napkin here, and it'll scoop up the grease. Like when you're making salami or something, you can just put it in napkins and it'll soak it up. But obviously when you put it in the oven, you can't do that. So it's an after effect. So now we're going to look at the cutability of the pizza here. The crust came out pretty hard. I cooked it in the middle of the range. Okay, it's alright, I guess. It's nothing too hard to cut in half. but it does seem that the crust itself is going to be a little bit rough to bite into. Okay, so now we got 4 even sliced pizzas. Once again, I'll just show you what it looks like here. I think you can see that. You can even see like the grease is just like pouring out of the pepperonis. Like there's so much. Maybe that has something to do with the uncured part, but we'll see. And I'll just let it cool for a bit, and then I'll come back and we'll eat it. So now we're going to check out how this pizza tastes. You know, bite into it and see, you know, the cheese, the bread, and the sauce. How's it all taste? So let's get into this guy. So I'm gonna be pretty honest here. I don't know why my roommate hated this pizza so much. It's actually pretty decent. Like the cheese might not be like the highest grade of cheese that you're getting, but I think definitely the sauce, which, you know, is a big factor for me, was actually really good. Maybe that's why, you know, he doesn't rate sauce so high. But the crust didn't have a flavor. But I don't really care about crust. As long as it doesn't kill me as I eat it, it's perfectly fine. But I think I'm gonna take another bite, you know, like a third one. We'll see. I think it's alright. The uncured pepperoni just tastes like a more flavorful pepperoni. Might just be unhealthier, maybe that's the problem, and that's why it was so greasy. But I definitely thought the pizza itself was fine, and so yeah, I'd recommend this to people, I guess, if you want to try it out. It was on sale, 2 for $5. And it's a pretty large pizza, I guess. So yeah.